Hello everyone, ever wanted to be a Magic the Gathering nerd but have to put too many points into social awkwardness? Or acquired a distaste for the unwashed horde that is the average nerd? Well, now you can nerd out in the comfort of your home and play your toxic one-trick pony deck without the risk of getting beat up and have your skull mounted on the entrance of the local game store as a warning for those who want to play those decks. I'm talking to you, Nexus of Fate people. You have been warned. So, Magic the Gathering Arena, as some of the aforementioned nerds might have heard, is the online version for the nerd version of crack addiction that is Magic. In short, it's the greatest card game ever created with fairly simple rules but insanely deep results. To summarize, you play as you, but cool and wizardly. And not necessarily any cleaner. Every card you draw is actually a spell you learned in between the turns, which is why your deck is also called the library. Unless specified otherwise, you draw a card per turn, and in order to cast your spells you need mana, and you get mana by playing lands which you should have in your deck in appropriate amounts. Best way to learn it, if you are in a civilized country, is visit your local game store while they have Magic the Gathering event going on, and ask them to show you the ropes. Or alternatively, watch some awesome videos online such as Stellarian Community College about Magic, taught by an actual professor no less. And by God, when you see him, you can tell this guy was born to be a professor. Going back to the game itself, in a lot of ways it resembles Hearthstone, but in so many ways, at its core, much better. I've played Hearthstone, and in comparison, the sheer depth and counters you can pull is insane. Magic has been around for, 25 years now, and it is very popular to this day, and physical version is played all over the world, even in professional events. The mechanics are added and removed in between the sets, but they all follow a pattern, and rarely completely break the game, with, except a few exceptions. The game allows you to construct a deck using the standard format cards, which are the only sets released in that year, with earliest 4 rotating every October. So game still stays fresh, and since in this game you unlock cards by playing, is a good thing rather than bad. Speaking of which, you might ask, hey Ark, is this game free to play? Pay to win? Freemium? My answer would be, it's a weird and very similar to the physical format, but in many ways better. What it does have is a loot box system implemented the right way. It is fun to open a pack of cards, and even if you did not get the cards that you were looking for, every pack you open increases your progress towards a wild card. Wild cards are the blank cards you can use to buy any card of that rarity. While in real life, a rare card in standard format can be as much as $40 per card. In time, you collect those cards, understand the game, either build your deck or be smart and find a meta deck, play it, learn the game better, and then modify it to improve it just a little bit. Even top players who play same type of deck can have a wide range of cards that do similar thing for various effects, allowing you to modify the deck based on the opposition and synergy between the cards or just what you expect to face. The fact that there are many right choices makes the game so much more interesting. The other two things that this game does better than Hearthstone, in my opinion, is how they mitigate the luck factor of the game. For example, mulliganing. In Magic, at the start, you draw 7 cards off of your deck. And if you have a bad hand, you are given a choice to discard those cards and draw 6 instead, and then look at the next card in your library, as such mitigating the luck factor from quickly finishing games due to bad draws. If you are really unlucky, you can repeat this process down to 5 and so on and so forth. The other mechanic is how this game mitigates the first move advantage. The person who plays the first gets to be 1 mana ahead, sure, but the other player gets to draw a card on his first turn, while starting person does not. and gets to be the second mulligan, which means the person who goes first must declare whether he will mulligan first, allowing you to decide if you will keep a below average hand or will mulligan as well for a better hand, while your opponent does the same, allowing you to have a bit of a strategic advantage. Now, it does sound a little complex when you explain it, but the game automates so much of the process and rulings that you do not need to worry about any of this. And unlike in physical version, you do not need to worry about your opponent cheating in many ways that the professional players got caught cheating. Regardless, I've enjoyed this game very much, and I consider MTG Arena to be a close contender to be my top game. So do not be surprised if you start seeing more MTG Arena content. With all that being said, the game itself is just like the way you see it's a very strategic bout, very strategic exchange of cards, and even though we're just getting started in this game, it's going wonderful. It has been all these effects and these strategies going on, and with the new set, it is just getting better and better. I suggest everybody to check it out, and we will see you next time.